So my name is Tem Bertels. I'm a product manager at Riaktr. A couple of words about our company. So Riaktr is a software company that creates software for telecom operators. And our main goal is to basically take the wealth of data that a telecom operator has and transform it into something that is valuable for our users, which are basically the employees of the telecom operator. So to go back to the context of this talk, so basically big data and analytics is a big deal in business more and more, so it's not just R&D anymore. Forrester Research has estimated that the value of AI by 2020 will be over $1 trillion, which is quite a lot of money. And we've seen that in our sales processes, very often our clients ask us, do you do analytics, do you do AI? And so that's a nice box to check. But what we've also noticed is that you shouldn't do AI just for the sake of AI, because that doesn't work. Our idea is we should start with a business problem. You should always go from a business problem. That business problem can be very broad. It can be about identifying spam. It can be about suggesting products for a client to buy. It can be about customer segmentation, predictive maintenance, network usage optimization, and things like that. But in general, the process that we follow is you have a goal, you have a problem and a goal. You have to identify the process that you want to follow and the data that you want to use to solve that issue that you're having. You're going to get insights from your analytics and your AI, and you basically have to package those insights into a solution that makes sense for your users. So I'm going to talk about 3 of those concrete situations that we've had. So the first one was a client who wanted to basically know where to invest in their mobile network, mobile telecom network. And so they wanted to improve the user experience because they wanted to reduce churn. And so what we did was we took all of the data that they had available, and it's a lot of it. It's revenue information, cost information, customer behavior information, and we put it into our system. And what came out, the insights that we got, was that basically people churn when they're not well covered at their house, at their home, at their work, or during the commute from their home to their work. An additional thing that we found out is that users actually churn if they use a lot of voice over IP services like WhatsApp, and they don't have a good coverage. And so what we did was, in our solution, we basically told them that they should invest in mobile sites at high-density residential areas and high-density business areas, but also along trainways and highways to basically cover that commute time. A second case that we had was a client who wanted to improve their call center systems and efficiency. And so basically, they wanted to react to issues more efficiently and quicker. Again, we took a lot of data that they had available, which was relevant for our particular use case. We put it into the system, and we found that usually issues don't come alone. If you have issues, there's a peak of issues, there's a spike. They usually can be traced to either a specific hardware or a specific region. And we could actually identify clients that were having the issue or that were probably going to have the issue in the near future. And so what we did was, in our solution, in our product that we were selling to this customer, we basically gave alerts to the call center agents to say, well, there is a spike that is currently happening, be aware of this. We would help them analyze where the potential spike was coming from, and we would also update clients' profiles so that when a client would call into the call center agent already saw that they were potentially having this issue. And so they could actually handle the call more efficiently, and the client would go away with a better feeling and a happier customer experience. And then a third case that we had was one of our clients wanted to optimize their proposals of products to their clients. And so they wanted to increase the chances of actually selling a product. This was in a prepaid country, and so again, we took a lot of data that they had available, we put it into the system, and one of the main insights that came out was that there was a peak in porn consumption every Saturday night between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. on Saturday nights. And so what we told them was, maybe make a package, like a bundle that you can sell to these specific people, which you call Saturday Night Video Bundle, and which will allow you to cheaply stream video on Saturday nights. And it actually worked quite well. But regardless of the use case that you're having, 3 points that I want to end with is that, first and foremost, try to make sure that your users are aware that some of the outcomes of your analytics will not be what they expect. If they're aware of that and they've been warned of that in advance, they'll be more accepting of the outcome of what you're showing them. And then secondly, this has been mentioned a couple of times before today, is try not to make it a black box. Try to make sure that you document what you're showing your users to the level that is interesting for them. So if they're technical people, don't hesitate to go technical. If they're more business users, try to keep it at a level that for them makes sense. And then finally, try to embed it into a product, because AI for the sake of AI doesn't make sense. You need to make sure that your users can get value out of the intelligence that you're giving them. Thank you.